Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about places that you can read outside of your house. Hopefully that is a good intro because I don't know how else to explain the concept of this video. So the idea for this video actually came from a conversation I had with one of my friends where we talked about how it's finally nice in Washington. The weather's super pretty. It's really bright and sunny out, and we want to get out of our house to read, but we weren't sure what would be a good place. And so I started thinking of all of these different places that I have seen or heard of, and thought, oh, that would be a really fun, cool place to read. And that's kind of where this started. So the original plan was I would have 5 locations. We had one that I could not go to because of the World Cup happening in the Seattle area. There are tons of viewing parties happening out here. So one of the places I wanted to go is a downtown, not really park. They call it a park. I'll insert a picture of what it usually looks like. So you guys kind of get the point. It's kind of like a downtown hangout space, like a casual third place. There's a place where you can, picnic and eat because there's a couple of restaurants nearby. So you can chill and eat there. There's also an area for walking. We used to have our farmers market there in the town that I live in, but they have changed where our farmers market is while this place was going under renovation. So it's super nice and new now. And so I thought, oh, that's the perfect place because it's partially outside, but it's also kind of shaded and covered up, and it'll give me a good ambiance for reading. But no, they literally put up a giant flat screen for everyone to watch the World Cup. So that one got ruled out by that. The fourth location that I had picked, I went to and tried to read. It was way too loud. It was super noisy. So reading didn't happen. So I didn't even film there because it was just so packed and so busy, and there was just so many people and I felt awkward. So we kind of only have 3. And one of them is my car, which is fine. But the whole point of this video is testing out things a little bit outside my comfort zone as far as spaces for reading goes, and seeing kind of which space we like the best. So I'm going to go ahead and have clips of me, at these spaces, kind of like what we did for Indie Bookstore Day, where I'll just kind of narrate over it a little bit, give overall my vibes ratings. I tried not to be super harsh about, the atmosphere, or if the coffee sucked at the coffee shop, I wasn't gonna yell at them about it. I wasn't gonna be a jerk. I got a matcha anyway, so it wouldn't even matter if their coffee was bad. I will go ahead and do a little voiceover, kind of just talking about pros, cons, and then just the overall vibes. So that's this video. It's literally the whole video. But if you guys have suggestions of other places you like to read that aren't your house, just to get outside and go do something, let me know. Let me know what you guys are doing to kind of get out of your house and adventure with reading a little bit more, because I feel I read at home a lot. That's the only place I really read. I mean, I bring my Kindle with me a lot of the times, different places, and I will read on the light rail, public transportation. If I'm not driving, I'll do it, but 9 times out of 10 I don't have any time to read throughout the day, and then I get home and that's when reading gets to start. So I've already been out all day, so I don't really want to do it again. So that is kind of overall the synopsis of what this video will be. I will go ahead and pass it over to editing me to kind of insert our clips and my little voiceover thing that I already filmed for each location. Like I said, there's 3, so this should be a relatively short video, but hopefully this gets your gears kind of turning on places that you can potentially go out and read. Let's go ahead and get started with my reviews for a couple of different options for places you can read outside of your house. My first one is a local owned coffee spot near me called Boon Boona. It's super popular. I've been a couple of times more to do work related things, or just to grab a matcha. I really like their matchas. I think that's the best thing they have on the menu. But at Boon Boona, there was a good amount of ambiance and a light level of constant kind of noise and chatter. Everyone's kind of working on their own thing. So it's really low stakes, and you're kind of able to kind of hole up in either a table, or they have some kind of cozier chairs. But I ended up, going up against their kind of countertop that they have looking out the windows of the front and sides of the restaurant. So I ended up there just get a good nice view. The tables outside were occupied when I got there. By the time I sat down and like got my drink, someone had left, so I could have sat outside. So it was just kind of nice to have a couple of different like seating options. And like I said, everyone's doing their own thing. So again, super low stakes. You don't really have to, focus on being like in anyone's way or worry about like it just being kind of inconvenient. Everyone's doing their own thing. I ended up rating this one overall for the vibes like an 8 out of 10. I do think it's like a super fun, good local spot, and I just had a really good time there. I will definitely read there again. Our second venue that we kind of tested out to see if it would be a good place to sit down and read is a little unusual. It's unconventional, but it is the Bonsai Museum out in a town called Federal Way. It is a little bit off the beaten path, a little bit hidden, but it's completely free and super, super pretty. I've been meaning to go there for a while. There's also a different botanical garden right next door. They were closed when I went. So that was kind of unfortunate, but the game plan was to kind of like peruse, see if there's any like seating areas. It was really, really pretty. There was mainly benches as far as seating areas. So some of them were in the sun, some of them were a little bit more in the shade. I was really the only person reading, but I was also like not the only person stopping to sit on benches. Overall, really loved it. Thought that it was super pretty. Went around and like read all the little like plaques on these trees to kind of talk about, what trees do better in which climates of, different countries, which was really fun. I think that I will give this one a 6 out of 10. I will definitely do it again, but I think I would amend the like time that I go. And also a lot of the videos I got were when it was cloudy, and I did not record a second video when it got sunnier, like 10 minutes after I sat down to start reading. So it eventually did get sunnier, and I think that also plays into like if I will go back. Our last one that we successfully completed is reading in my car. This is tried and true. Done it plenty of times. Can really do it anywhere, anytime. Does not matter. But it could also get hot if the temperatures are really high. I did this one. This was also a Saturday morning, actually. I was waiting for my nail appointment. So I just got to my nail appointment like 35-ish minutes early and hung out in my car, read my book. I did an audiobook, but my car was off, so I couldn't, play it through my speakers. I also had my passenger window down because I didn't really want the breeze coming in on my book, but I wanted there to be some airflow. It was like 70 degrees. So my car didn't get too hot, but I could imagine that if you do this any hotter than like 65, 70 degrees, you will run into issues with it being pretty toasty in there. Overall, I would rate reading in my car like a 7 out of 10, just because it is so easy to do, so versatile, really like a choose your own adventure. But I do think that it does take a little bit more like effort to decide, like where to go, like what do you want to do like in the car. Like I could have reclined my seat back, I could have laid down, I could have moved to the back seat. Like I could have done a couple of other things. I decided to just like chill in the driver's seat because I didn't really mind, and I also had only like 35 minutes to kill. So overall, that was my thoughts on reading in the car. Those are all of my little adventures, and I will turn it over to me to conclude the video. Bye. So if you make it to the end of this video, go ahead and leave the like little tree emoji for the bonsai museum because I love that spot, and I will definitely be going back to read again sometime soon. Probably not on a Saturday, but definitely will be coming back. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye. Hi, Bixby. But no, they literally put up like a